Hi guys! Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious focaccia art. Have a look! It's absolutely gorgeous. It's fun to make, it's very easy and very delicious. So let's have a look together on this recipe. I'm going to start by putting 500 grams of strong white flour just in a bowl here. I will make a little well inside and put 1 packet of dry yeast. So that's 7 grams, just cover it. 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of sugar. I'm going to knead this with the hook attachment for 8 minutes. And now I'm adding 350 ml of warm water. Transfer the dough into slightly floured surface, and now we're just going to work this by hand for a couple of minutes. We will nicely stretch the dough to make sure we create nice air bubbles and work the gluten. It's a great exercise. Transfer your dough into slightly oiled bowl, and we're going to cover this with cling film or clean tea towel, and we'll leave this to proof for approximately 1 hour. The dough is proving now, so now I can prepare the other ingredients. I'm going to go to my garden and pick some herbs. And remember, all the ingredients I'm using in my recipes, I always list it in the description just below, so please have a look. For my focaccia bread, I'm going to use some fresh herbs from my garden, some gorgeous thyme. I might even use a flower from courgette. And also, I'm going to use some dill. Just get creative, use whatever you want to. After 1 hour, you can see the dough has doubled in size. I'm going to take this out now, and the dough will be nice and loose. I'm going to add a little bit of thyme that I've picked from my garden, just for extra flavor. Just work this thyme into the dough now. You can see the dough is nice and stretchy. I'm going to turn this around on the other side so I don't see the thyme. And now I'm going to transfer this into oiled tray. There you go. And now I'm just going to stretch this dough on this oiled tray just to make sure I will reach all the edges. The dough is extremely stretchy and also springs back into size, so you might have to come back in 15 minutes and again stretch it slightly. Now I'm going just to do a little bit pimples just with my fingers. Just press the dough down, and now we're going to put a little bit of olive oil on top. Just drizzle lightly with olive oil. Just before I cover the dough, I'm just going to sprinkle this with a bit of sea salt. And now let's cover it. Now I've got half an hour to prepare my veg. I'm going to wash them and cut them to create nice flowers. The focaccia bread has risen beautifully. At this stage, you can put your oven on to warm up, 200 degrees fan oven. I've got great selection of different herbs and vegetables. Now we can start creating. I will start by making a few more dips with my finger, just around the focaccia, so the oil will gather the batter. Now I'm going to start pushing my veg into the dough. I will start by making the sun on top of the corner, and remember, when you put your veg, slightly dip it into the dough. Every time I do the focaccia, I always do different design. Just get creative and do whatever you wish to, whatever veg you have at home. I'm going to put some mushrooms at the bottom and just pretend this is my garden. You can make flowers using tomatoes. I'm using some sun-dried tomatoes just here, then really nicely and marinated. I'm just going to put them they look like a star or like a flower petals. I can also use normal tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, which I've quartered, and again I'm just going to do them like that. If you're going to use an onion, use a red onion and cut it like a very thin slice because it will look the best. To create the stems for the flowers, I'm just using some chives. I also picked some lovage, which will create more greenery around the whole focaccia, and the picture will look even better. I am very happy how this turned out. The last stage before baking, we have to take a little bit of olive oil and paint or drizzle every single vegetable and the herbs we've used, otherwise they will burn when they are baking. Whichever topping you use to decorate your focaccia, make sure they are edible. Now we're going to bake this in the oven for approximately 25 minutes, 200 degrees fan oven. Let's bake it. The focaccia bread has just come out from the oven and it looks absolutely stunning. Smells gorgeous. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you comment just below, give me a thumbs up and remember to subscribe.